Good morning, one and all. I hope you're all well. As most of us are going to be spending a lot of time studying from home in the near future, I thought I would talk about my 3 top tips to study effectively from home. And the first top tip is have a good routine. And the best preparation for that starts the night before. So make sure you go to bed at a reasonable hour, set an alarm in the morning, have a clear start time so you know when to begin. And if it was me, I would probably try to stick to normal school hours because that is what we're all used to doing. But just as important as having a clear start time is to have a clear end time. Because one of the challenges of working from home is we can often have the feeling of, oh, I should be working, I've got the feeling of schoolwork over me, and that can be really unpleasant. So have a clear end time so mentally you know it's okay for you to stop, to rest, and to do other things. And while we're thinking about how to look after yourself and how you can make sure you feel as good as possible, it's also worth saying at this point, do take regular breaks while you are studying. Your body needs them. It's okay for you to take short, regular breaks between different subjects. On the theme of well-being, there are a few other essentials we should remind ourselves of. So make sure you're getting lots of good sleep, make sure you're eating healthily, do try to avoid eating too much junk food, make sure you are exercising, even if that's just star jumps, press-ups, sit-ups in your bedroom. And finally, make sure you're looking after your emotional health as well as your physical health as well. So even though we're being advised to physically isolate from other people at the moment, it's really important we stay emotionally connected. So make sure you're talking to the people, whether that's inside your own house, whether you're phoning friends or Skyping family, do make sure you are emotionally connected in this time. So hopefully that routine will enable you to be really effective doing the work that your school is hopefully setting for you to do. But inevitably you might get stuck. So the second thing I want to talk about is, what do you do if you get stuck? Well, obviously at the moment you're watching a YouTube video and that should be your first clue. There are a number of great teachers who've got brilliant resources on YouTube, so do have a look for those and see if there's anything online that could help you out. But as well as YouTube, there are a number of great websites you could have a look at. I would recommend BBC Bitesize and also Seneca Learning, 2 great websites with a number of great resources for all different subject areas. So thirdly, how can you make the most of the opportunities that studying from home will give you? Because actually, studying from home will give you a lot more time, and you should do all you can to make the most of that. And one of the things I would strongly recommend you do is try to read more. Not only because it will make you smarter, although it will, but also because it's one of the most fun and enriching things you can do. And as an English teacher, I wish my students had more time to read more novels, and so I would definitely encourage you to read more. Now, if you'd like me to make a video at a future point around top books for teenagers, I can definitely do that. But as a starting point for now, this weekend Audible has just released loads of new free audiobooks for young people who are off from school at the moment. So I definitely encourage you to check those out. I'll put another link to that in the description below. And the final thing to say is, as you've got all of this time, use it productively. So if there's a hobby that you've got, maybe you could try to develop that. If there's a new skill you've wanted to learn, I definitely encourage you to try something new. Maybe you could read more widely around a subject that interests you. Do try to make the most of the time that you are given. Although it might not be our first choice, it does provide some kind of opportunities for us, and so I would encourage you to make the most of it as much as you can. I do hope that's useful. Do take care of yourselves and look after yourselves. And until next time, cheerio. One final PS, I strongly recommend that you turn social media off and you put your phones away while you're studying, because with the best will in the world, it's so easy to get distracted while we have those things around us. Best of luck.